from, or athletes from countries that certainly don't get along, you know, politically, talking after races. I saw, you know, 2 athletes, one from Israel, one from Iran, having a little chat after the race, and that's quite cool. I think, you know, it's just speaks volume to the power sport.
Absolutely. Now, Adam, we're moving on to your favorite event. It's the K1 500 meters.
I've got some friends in this. So
you got
I've got
withdrawal symptoms?
Oh yeah, a little bit. I'm sitting up here like a media guy instead of down there racing. But no, I decided to concentrate on the 1,000 this year and to give up the 500 for the time being.
Is that just a temporary state of affairs?
I think so, yeah. I just the training changed a little bit, and my focus had to just stay on the 1,000. So I'm just focused on where the you know, the Olympic race is, and I'm also doing 3 regattas in 3 weeks. So I decided to keep a lighter race schedule for the 3 regattas because it can get a little bit tiring racing, you know, 6 times over 2 days.
So what's the program for you now as you prepare for the games?
Oh, I'm going home after that that trip to Moscow, which is it's another important race, definitely in my preparation for the Olympics. But Duisburg is where I put my emphasis. If I had to choose one, it was definitely the most important one. I'm home for 2 weeks after Moscow, and I'm coming back over to train with this Anders, who's here in lane 6, Sweden. We're meeting the Australian team in Hungary, actually. And I'm going to do a 3-week training camp there and then head back home for 2 weeks prior to heading over to France to tune up for a regatta in London. We got Koenders here from the Netherlands. He's always been a good sprinter. He's in lane 8.
You talked there about Anders Gustafsson. He's just in love with the K1 500 again. He always comes out to play, doesn't he? Yeah,
this is his strength for sure. He is the oldest paddler on the water here, so he's going to show these young guys how to paddle a 500. We've got a little bit of a gust coming across now. It was nice and flat earlier, but it seems to be a little bit windy. My club mate and training partner, Brady Reardon, here in lane 4, representing the Burloak Canoe Club and also Canada.
In the picture.
He is here. He's a fantastic paddler. He's been to the Olympics in K4, and a couple World Championships. This is the site of his first World Championship, so it's a bit of a sentimental course for him. And he showed last week that in fine Burloak form, he knows how to paddle 500 meters, and we're going to see what he can do.
So here's a quick run through of the lineup for you. And 1 from Ireland is Barry Watkins. 2 is Mohammed Ali Mrabet from Tunisia. 3, Christian Douchev from Hungary. 4 is Brady Reardon from Canada. 5, Tom Liebscher from Germany. 6, the one and only Anders Gustafsson from Sweden. 7, Gwang Hee Cho from Korea. In 8, we have Robin Koenders from Holland, or from the Netherlands. In lane 9, Fabio Wyss from Switzerland. And there's Gustafsson sent a shot now, just nestling the bow of the boat in the starting boot.
So switching distances now to the 500, we're going to see a slightly slower stroke rate. Obviously the start is still a priority, but there's a lot of energy to be conserved in the first 250 meters of the race. So you see a little bit of jockeying. You're going to see some exchanges of the leads, which is always exciting. Anders has never been a front racer in the first half of a 500, so you might see a slower start from him, but expect a big thing in the second 250.
Again, a race distance that you have time for tactics in there. You work out your race plan and you follow it down. And they're away.
Very, very strong start from Tom Liebscher from Germany. He was the young 200-meter guy that we've seen good race from. He's off to a fast start.
Christian Douchev from Hungary in 3 is up there as well. If we look up to the very top, Barry Watkins from Ireland. Spent a lot of time down in Florida in the winter time.
Yeah, I've paddled quite a bit with Barry down there, and he prefers the 500 to the 1,000. I think maybe secretly, but still hanging on. In lane 3, we've got Christian Douchev, as you mentioned, and Tom Liebscher has dropped his stroke rate a little bit to conserve some energy.
And it's Douchev that takes it out, but there's Anders Gustafsson. He knows exactly what he's doing on this piece of water.
Yeah, he just took a short little look to the right to see what Christian was up to. And we're just going through the halfway point with, there's a duck or something in lane 4.
I don't think he's competing as Douchev takes it down towards the 200.
A big strong push from Anders.
He has a small lead, and now Anders is into a burn.
We've got Brady here in lane 4. Big strong push, and Tom might be feeling the effects of a strong start. Anders with a really strong push here for the finish line, as well as from Brady. He's picking up the stroke rate. Brady in lane 4 and Anders in lane 6.
Anders Gustafsson in the yellow vest of Sweden is taking it into the final 100. He seems to have the lead just marginally ahead of Douchev, who's dropping back.
Tom Liebscher is a strong second push here from, and also we haven't mentioned Mohamed Ali Mrabet from Tunisia. Very strong second half here from him. Bronze medalist in Poznan.
But it looks as if it's going to be Gustafsson stay in the sun. He takes the win just ahead of Tom Liebscher.
And you know, I think Mohamed from Tunisia got his second World Cup medal ever there. He's very, very pleased in lane 2. Double bronze medalist now.
Very close with Brady.
Yeah, it was very close, but I could see, yeah, Mohamed pulled it off there. Second ever World Cup medal from Mohamed. Very strong.
Result. Yeah. Fantastic result there for the African continent.
And talking about the diversification of canoe and kayak a little bit, medals from the Arab countries are definitely a new thing, and it's fantastic to see Mohamed. He was in Florida training with the Canadians, and he's just taking a swim there. Okay, he was adjusting something, or just maybe really happy that he managed to pull off a second medal.
Spot on with your call there. Muhammad Ali has indeed got that bronze medal. He'll be absolutely delighted with that performance.
I hadn't noticed until now that his name's actually Muhammad Ali. His first name is Muhammad Ali. Okay.
Obviously enjoys a fight and just shows how well he's done there.
Yeah,
did really well to scrap for that third place.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him.
2 minutes to start. 2 minutes.
On the screen here, we can see the fast start from Tom Liebscher. He had an interesting race plan. He really settled in the middle half, and you know, gave the lead back to Anders. Anders wasn't prepared to relinquish it at the end, but he did have a good push to the finish, which is rare sometimes when you see Tom sitting back here. He had a very, very strong second half. And the big Swede pulls off another World Cup win. He's got quite a few.
He's not going to let it go, is he, Adam?
Quite a few keychains in the K1 500, so good for him, showing that he's still very dominant in this event.
Great result there for Adam Gustafsson. Will add to his large collection of medals. Great character, great win, and a superb performance from Mrabet of Tunisia to take the bronze medal.
A couple more tweets here from New Zealand, actually, from Jamie Levitt, who used to paddle for New Zealand and still does paddle down in New Zealand. Hi to Jamie.